Hola, UP everybody, good evening. How's everyone doing tonight? Apologies for the delay. We did a very quick router reset before I went live. And the other reason was I was still tinkering with vBridger a little bit. So let's hope that this time the tracking is working a bit better. Though I do need to check something. Hold up. Not the filter. I want to check the microphone settings because it sounds like it's not the correct one. Oh. Okay. I hope it works now. I'm sounding slightly echoey this time. But I suppose maybe that's because I updated OBS, so maybe that's the reason why. Alright. Let me just fix one more thing with the tracking that's bothering me. And that's the fact that my eyes are half closed all the time. Let's just calibrate the thing for a second. Okay, much better. Much better. It does annoy me a little bit because I had just fixed the mouth. Okay, I think this should kinda work. Let's calibrate it one more time. 1, 2, 3 testing. And then back to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have to ball with this. I'm using like the same settings from last stream, so maybe it'll work. By last stream, I mean like on Tuesday. Okay, so let's begin. And first of all, who the hell is this? Who is this man, and why is he in my overlay? Jesus. Like, I swear to God, I leave Normie Yuppie to one of her streams, and she starts tinkering. And she starts tinkering with this, with my overlay. Yeah, exactly. That's my reaction. Exactly. Just who dares replace my actual man? Get this man out of here. We need to get my man back. Where is he? My precious husbando. Where him is? Assets. Not this one. Where did I put my stream graphics? It's been a while since I switched that, since that sprite had been switched. Oh, this was planned. I bet Normie Yuppie had this planned. There isn't any other way. Why would she replace my man with whomever the fuck this is? Some high poly ass man with a flower crown? We can't have this in this household. Put him back. There he is. My man. This is the correct man who should be here. Hello, my man. I'm so sorry that the inferior and Normie Yuppie switched you out for some high poly ass man. Alright, but now that's fixed, we can actually begin, and this time I actually have glasses. I wanted reading glasses, to be honest, But what can I say? Life 2D, VTube Studio only had, you know, sunglasses, so we went with sunglasses. But without further ado, let's jump right back in, alright? Also, hello Argo, hi Lizard Lucius, thank you for the lurk. Let me just switch out the audios again, get the stream music off, and put the game's audio on. Let me know, everyone, if the sound is a bit too high or too low. Also, I need to turn the quality down for the stream manager on my boyfriend is on a KOF qualifier, so I would like not to break up the internet too much with my streaming. Okay, so quick recap to those who weren't in the last stream. In the last stream in Umineko, we saw a little more of Yasu's background. How she first started experiencing magic, and how she eventually became Beato. This is why I'm referring to her with she/her pronouns now, because knowing that she becomes Beato later, and that's how she identifies, that's my reasoning behind it. But yeah, she told Shannon she wants to become a witch, and left her in this world and all alone. Now Shannon is the clumsy maid that Yasu used to be, so let's see how that goes. Wait, I didn't want my VTuber to be that far on the side so that we don't cover the text too much. Alright. The fact that my open mouth is not opening like how I want it to is kind of really bothering me. It's like, V Bridger, what the fuck? Why are you doing this to me? Okay. We have everything ready. Alright. If I look scuffed, I apologize. I'm still trying to figure out how VBridger works on webcam tracking. I bought the editor this time, so I'm able to tinker with a few of the settings within VBridger. But if I still look scuffed, then you know why. It's because I'm still figuring the settings out. Oh, it's Mammon! Hi, it's Mammon! Everything looks as is. Here she is, my beloved. Kubamaru too is my beloved. I love that she cares about this so much that she's like, I bet she's the type who walks into someone's house and is like, honey, that carpet with that wallpaper? Nah.
それから客間のシャンデリアの清掃はちゃんと確認しているでしょうね。エヴァさんが見上げて、あれは埃？それともまさか雲の巣？なんて言い出すことが二度とあってはなりませんよ。
ご安心を。すでに入念に清掃と確認をしております。最後に私もすべてを確認いたします。
Thank you very much for your service, Kenji. You are a real one.
そうですか。
I love his expression though, like he's saying, "Yes, ma'am, we have cleaned the chandelier."
私も最後にすべてを確認します。シャノン、若い使用人たちを連れて新しいテーブルクロスを準備するように、もう少し清潔感を感じる白いものを探すのですよ。
しこまりました。
Natsuhi was even more high-strung than normal and walked about barking orders here and there. Even though the sky was beginning to get dark, the servants moved hurriedly about. Tomorrow is the annual family conference. It isn't particularly rare for each of the individual families to visit the island, but it is the only time they all come together. It was the most important day of the year for both the Ushiromiya family and Rokkenjima. Natsuhi was short-tempered on top of being high-strung, kept ordering the servants redo this or that since it really didn't look good after all. This would keep them going until late into the night. Now that Shannon had many years of experience and Natsuhi had put her in a position of responsibility, she was called over many times to have strict orders showered on her. So when Shannon finished her shower and lay down on the bed in the servant waiting room, she fell asleep almost immediately. I can hear the sounds of wind coming from somewhere far away. It's a bit different from the wind outside the room would make. It's almost as though I'm sitting in a deck chair in the rose garden. Turning over in my sleep with feeling the wind in my hair. That's right, the feel. This isn't a sound, it's a feeling. Then is this a dream? I wonder. Just as I was about to accept this theory, I thought I heard someone talking to me. Is it who I think it is? My. Seems the work of a servant is just as boring as it ever was. Not only boring, but difficult, strict, constraining, joyless. All you get in return for your years of service is some level of respect from the newer servants. And even that is far from sufficient to repay you for all the hard work you've done.
もういい加減飽きはせぬかその生活に。
Huh? Who? She wasn't just imagining someone talking to her. She was shocked to find that it was real. When Shannon opened her eyes, she gulped. Oh, we're in the rose garden!
ここは
She couldn't say any more. She was literally stunned silent. Shannon, who had been sleeping on a bed, was somehow in a rose garden. However, though this rose garden somehow resembled the rose garden of Rokkenjima, it was also completely different. After all, the roses were golden. And if it wasn't just the flowers, but the dancing butterflies too. It was a golden rose garden of mysterious beauty. Somehow Shannon was sitting in a chair under the arbor. It was as though she'd taken a nap there and woken from a dream. But it felt strange. Is this golden rose garden a dream? For some strange reason, it felt as though my entire life up to this point had been a dream and that I had finally awakened here.
ようこそシャノン。
Yes.
我が黄金のバラ庭園へ。
Oh, she sounds so cheerful! There was that voice again. Shannon looked around to find out who it was. As she did, a golden butterfly landed on the seat across from her and instantly created a human form. Ah! Beato before she becomes the Beato that we know. Yes, hello, my beloved. Hi!
元気であったか
Yes!
元気であったろうな。
Oh, she's so cheerful.
わらわは毎日そなたたちを観察しているのだから。
I like how she sounds like, how do I put this? She sounds more lighthearted, less menacing, and a little bit more innocent. This woman laughed as though she was an old friend of Shannon's. However, Shannon obviously didn't remember the strange gold rose garden, and she didn't remember this person's face either.
そうだったな。そなたはわらわをもはや覚えてはおらぬのだったな。
Rest in heck.
私はあなたを忘れているのですか？だったらごめんなさい。
謝るには及ばぬ。
I made you that way, so it is no sin of yours, uh-huh.
名乗ろう。わらわは黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェ。
ベアトリーチェ様。
Yes, the one and only.
様が口にされる後ろ宮家の恩人の。
そのベアトリーチェではない。六軒島の夜を支配する黄金の魔女のベアト。そなたが日々敬意を忘れぬ館のもう一人の主であるぞ。
あなたがベアトリーチェ様。
Oh, actually, just thought of something. Let me make use of the sound box. You know, the one below that I normally use to have the song title scrolling and open lobby info. I think it would be nice if I have this right in now playing Umineko Requiem of the Golden Witch. So that people who come in who might know about Umineko and don't see the title, that they know which part of Umineko I'm reading right now.
怯えずともよい。わらわとそなたはもともとは同じ仲間。いやいや、ルームメイトだったではないか。わらわはそなたに憧れ、日々使用人の仕事に励んでいたこともあったのだ。
私はずっと一人部屋でルームメイトは。
Hey you, UP. Hi, Kumamaru. Fuck, sorry. Hi, Kumamaru. How you doing? Sorry for that. I choked on my own saliva. Sorry about that. Also, oh my god. I'm loving how my glasses from that I put on me are how they react to me blinking, and it just gets it just gets like tilted when I close my eyes. So whenever I cough or sneeze, I'm like it's just like over. I love this. This is stuff that I don't mind. Much unlike the fact that my mouth still doesn't open when I talk. V Bridger, hello. Do I have to open my mouth at like such an angle? Do I have to have it at 0.3 or some shit? Let's put it on 0.3. You see, when I move my mouth without the audio, my mouth barely opens. But for some reason, when I just do the... You see, my mouth opens, right? But when I'm actually talking, V-Bridger is like... It's like, your mouth is closed, you are talking like a ventriloquist. Yeah. To be like that, I suppose. Oh. Yeah, yeah, thank you for the... that's exactly how I feel struggling with these settings. I'm so glad I added this blurb. 10 minutes that I spent wasting time before I went live was actually to try to get blurb working again, because I took like 2 hours yesterday to try to get it working, and then it finally did. And just before I went live, I was like, okay, let's test blurb out again just in case. And then it wasn't working, and I was like, not this shit again. But I'm glad it's working now. I have to hold myself back from not redeeming that sound too much. Don't worry about that. I removed the limits and and what's it called? the cooldown and made it that low in points precisely for that reason, so that people use it all the time. And it's also why it's like the short R and not like the hey, quick question. Different audio settings today? Sorry if I explained before I arrived. It could be possible that the audio settings, or my audio itself, sounds a bit different today because I updated OBS, which means I also lost like the version of StreamFX I had, because that plugin is now only possible to use in if you are on Patreon, and I'm not, so I had to go into the stream without StreamFX, and although StreamFX is not like affecting my audio things, I do definitely think updating OBS might have done something. I updated pretty much everything I had. I updated like my drivers, including OBS, so maybe it requires me to update my audio a little bit, like the settings. How different does it sound? Because the first thing that I noticed is that I sounded much echoey than usual. Let me just tinker with the noise cancelling settings a little bit. Noise removal is as usual. Noise gate is fine. Compressor is fine. Maybe the equalizer plugin doesn't work anymore. Does it? No, it's working fine. Yeah, it does sound different. It sounds filtered rather than compressed. Maybe it is the setting from OBS or from Logitech. Yeah, wait, Logitech also updated recently, so maybe that also automatically changed a few of my microphone settings. That could be a potential cause. Sampler. Why is it on air raid? Why is it on air raid mode? Hold on. It gives you total control over your mic audio. So let's enable. Okay. Usually I have the blue voice thing on, so that could be a reason why it sounded different. Yeah. Okay. I'm hoping that the audio doesn't sound too bad this time. I'll probably take a closer look the next week. I didn't actually I haven't had to tinker with my audio settings in forever, so I didn't actually think to check the audio this time because I was like, it's been working this whole time, but I forgot that when you update OBS or drivers, things can happen to your audio. Much closer to normal now, but a little quiet. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to unlock the... Hold on. Unlock volume. And I'm going to make it slightly louder this time. I'm also going to just increase a little bit of the gain, but just a little, because something that I noticed with the audio is if you... For some reason, if I turned on the gain like a little bit on my microphone, I tended to sound crunchy. Maybe this is still a little bit too much, but we'll go with this for now, and let me know if it's too loud or too crunchy or anything, and I'll tinker with things a little bit here and there.
しかし、わらわはそなたとルームメイトだったことを忘れぬ。そして、そなたとの友情をわらわの方から一方的に破棄し、立ち去ったこともだからこそ。一人残すそなたに悲しみを与えぬために、わらわとの日々の記憶も世界もすべてを消し去ったのだ。
Oh my god, that's just tragic. I love how Beato is like, so we used to be friends, I just removed their memories, and Shano's like, how do I know if you're speaking the truth?
わかろうとしないでよい。ただ、これだけは信じよ。わらわはそなたに危害を加えるためにここに呼んだのではない。
Bruv, you started off the conversation mocking her boring servant life. How can she interpret that as no harm? I mean, I wouldn't interpret that as harm if Beato told me you are trash. OBS disconnected? Are we back? Hi? Hello? OBS, let me in! No! Okay, we're back. Are we back? Holy shit. Why did that happen? For some reason my bitrate ratio has been so bad on Twitch lately and have no idea why that is. Oh well, we'll continue. We're back.
ここは私の夢の中ではないのですか？
夢の中と思ってよい。厳密には眠ったそなたの魂を我が庭園に招いたのだ。
Hey, welcome back. Thank you, Kumamaro. Oh my god, OBS really was like, we got scuffed audio and scuffed tracking. Count me in. I got you.
この世界の住人に招くために。
Beatrice snapped her fingers, and a storm of gold butterflies all rose up round the rose garden. As the cloud of butterflies danced over the table, a gorgeous tea set appeared. There were teacups and a teapot, more elegant even than those used by the Shiromiya family. The tea was filled to the brim and had a sweet rose scent, one which Shannon had never smelled before. Before there was even a time to be amazed by that scent, butterflies started gathering one by one on the table, and a tea stand sprouted right out of it. That's so that's so magical. I love it. It was like watching a magical mushroom from a fairy tale kingdom grow out of the ground. It was a many layered tea stand filled with beautiful cakes, like edible jewels. Of course, there were also several lovely light brown scones. The honey truly was golden honey, with bits of gold leaf dancing through it.
後ろ宮家も時にティーパーティーを開くようだが、わらわのそれとは比べ物にもなるまい。
すごい。こんなの見たことありません。
Man, I really have to give it to Sayaka Ohara for really managing to make different layers of Beato as well as this one, like managing to sound like Beato, but like a very fresh version of Beato, and if you put it that way, like a newly born witch. Like she doesn't sound as deep as usual, you know, like as deep and wise as she normally does, and I really like that Sayaka built that into her performance. Like, I love this woman.
見たことがあろうとも、それは給仕をする立場からであろうが、そなたはわらわの友人。給仕の必要はないぞ。何しろ、わらわは魔女。給仕は間に合っているのでな。さあ、遠慮することはない。好きなだけ頬張るがよい。
ありがとうございます。
That was all Shannon managed to say. It would be hard for anyone to say much more after being suddenly invited to such a beautiful witch tea party.
まずは紅茶からどうか。ミルクは新鮮。砂糖もそのままかじりたくなるほどの上物よ。しかし、まずは最初はストレートを進めたい。バラの花びらをほんの一枚浮かべるだけで、もう二度と人の世の紅茶など飲めなくなってしまうに違いないぞ。
Laughing happily, Beatrice opened not a sugar pot, but a rose petal pot. Picked up a single crimson petal and floated it on her tea after relishing its scent. Shannon did the same, picking up a single petal and smelling its aroma.
なんて素敵な香り。これは本当にこの世のバラの香りなの
喜んでもらえて嬉しい。わらわが紅茶に浮かべるためだけに品種改良を重ねたバラだ。すりつぶしてジャムにしてもこれがまた絶品でな。スコーンにもこの上なくよく合う。試してみるか？
Yes.
あ、じゃあ少しだけ。
If Beato asked me if I want to try anything, I would say yes without hesitation. I'd be like, she could be like, do you want to try eating this highly dangerous meal, you know, like puffer fish? I'd be like, yes, ma'am, please. Shannon had been invited to this witch tea party suddenly. However, the witch seemed so truly innocent, and her smile as she played the hostess was so happy that it made Shannon want to smile too. The tension in Shannon's heart gradually faded, and she started to enjoy her chat with this witch.
使用人の仕事も大変であろうな。わらわもよく覚えているぞ。礼拝堂の窓枠の掃除がとにかく面倒であった。
驚きました。あなたも使用人として働いていたことがあるのですか？
Yes, she
短い
did.
間だ。覚えておらぬだろうが、そなたと共に働いていたのだぞ。わらわはドジで物をよくなくす愚か者。そなたはわらわの憧れる理想の使用人であった。
なのに私が覚えていなくて本当にごめんなさい。
それを詫びる必要はない。ここではそなたは使用人ではなく、わらわの友人であり客人だ。ここでは何の不自由もない、何の苦労も退屈もない。そなたが望むすべてのものを与えることができるのだ。今やわらわにはそれだけの力がある。それに至ったことをそなたには知らせたかったのだ。
何の取り柄もない私を本当にありがとうございます。
Mm-hmm.
辛き日々を今日まで耐え忍んだそなたへの褒美であると、そう思えばよい。さあ、黄金の蝶たちよ、わらわの友人を退屈させるでないぞ。軽やかな舞を見せるがいい。それに飽きたなら楽団を呼び出し、そなたの好きな曲を何でも演奏させよう。それにも飽きたなら勝者なる使い魔たちに種なし手品を披露させてやろうぞ。安心せよ。ここでの時間は無限。そしてそなたの願いもまたわらわが無限に叶える。
You know what's interesting about this encounter? Before Yasu disappeared, declaring she wants to be a witch, she did say she would not meet she would not meet Shannon again, especially not as Yasu, but as Beato, so it would be like a new encounter altogether. So I would assume that Beato would want to like not be Yasu, or like not even technically just remove Yasu completely, right? And just be like, yeah, Yasu, forget about her, about them. They are not real anymore. I am Beato now, and I want to be her. This is who I want to be. And so much so that even Beato said her biggest weakness would be mirrors, because she does not want to see the boring reality of her being like Yasu, which she doesn't want. So it makes me a bit impressed that the first meeting she has with Shannon, immediately she starts talking about tales, about how they used to be friends and how she worked alongside her. In a truly good mood, the witch told Shannon several strange stories. They were all stories Shannon had never heard before. Very interesting stories. And they were all odd, bizarre fairy tales. Shannon felt as though she had become Alice in Wonderland. The time she spent at this tea party was strange, pleasant, and relaxed. No. the clocks have no hand at this tea party. So the time passed like a Sunday morning when you can wrap yourself in your blanket for as long as you want.
本当にこんな素敵な時間を与えてくださり感謝します。
礼はいらぬ。なぜなら人の世で礼は別れの言葉を兼ねるのであろう。この茶会に終わりはない。だから礼も必要がない。
でも感謝します、ベアトリーチェ様。こんな素敵なお茶会を本当にありがとうございます。でも終わらない夢はないように、この夢も終わらないといけません。
ほう、なぜに終わらねばならぬのか。
明日も早いので。
She's like, I have to get up like at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
いつまでもここでおしゃべりをしていたら、私はお寝坊をして奥様に大目玉をもらってしまいます。
なぜにわざわざ短気な夏日のいる世界へ帰りたがるというのか。いやいや、労を多くして何のねぎらいもない人間の世界へなぜにわざわざ帰ろうというのか。
私人間ですし、いつまでもここでお世話にはなれません。
Oh, she is human. You know what? This makes me wonder, when does Shannon become furniture then?
シャノン、そなたは勘違いをしているようだ。わらわはそなたを招いたが、追い返すような真似はしない。ここでの時間は永遠だ。そなたが別れを切り出さねばならぬ義理などない。わらわはそなたとどれだけ茶会を共にしようとも飽きぬぞ。むしろそなたという話し相手が実に心地よい。
お言葉は嬉しいですけど、私は人間、自分の世界に帰らなくちゃいけません。
家人にこき使われ、日々を学校と仕事だけに費やす。なぜわざわざ帰るというのか。
Good question.
でもそこが私の世界ですし。
シャノン、そのような世界がそなたの世界である必要があるというのか。率直に言おう。シャノン、わらわはそなたを招いたのではない。迎えに来たのだ。
You came to take her home.
かつてそなたのような良き使用人を目指し、そして魔女の世界に憧れ、使用人から魔女となったわらわは、もはや魔法の閲楽を知り尽くす境地に至った。だからそなたを迎えに来たのだ。
Beatrice spoke quietly and slowly rose from her seat.
シャノン、やはり使用人よりも魔女の世界の方がずっと楽しいぞ。この茶会など旧友とのほんの挨拶代わりでしかない。わらわとそなたが望めば望んだ数だけ、いくらでも楽しき催しは繰り広げられる。この黄金のバラ庭園を完成させた今、わらわは至ったのだ。こここそが理想郷。そう、ここを黄金の理想郷と名付けよう。
Ah, so this is how it becomes the Golden Land. I
その
see.
完成に至ったからこそ、そなたを迎えに来たのだ。もう何の不自由も忍耐も努力も必要ない。ここでそなたとわらわは永遠にいつまでも楽しく過ごすのだ。まるで終わりのないおとぎ話のようにな。
She's going to say no,
素敵な申し出を本当にありがとうございます。
but I must
でも
refuse.
私は元の世界へ帰らなくてはなりません。
I nearly thought she was going to be like Rohan and be like, Daga Kotowaru.
なぜに。
ここは私の世界ではありませんので。
Huh. Uh-oh.
それは認める。これまではそなたの世界ではなかった。だからわらわが招くのだ。これよりここはわらわとそなたの世界となる。 そなたはもう客人ではない。この世界のもう一人の主となるのだ。
The second master?
わらわにも何の遠慮も無用。この無限の世界でかつてルームメイトだった時のように過ごすだけの話。
その記憶がないことが私はとても残念です。
Because you deleted it! Dang it!
そのお招きはお断りしたいと思います。
なぜにそなたに人間の世界に戻らねばならぬどんな義理があるというのか。
True, the world of humans or the world of servants is busy all the time. Madam is strict, high-strung, and has a short temper. It'd be a lie if I said the It'd be a lie if I said the everyday chores weren't a pain, and having to balance work with school makes it even harder. Beatrice had watched over Shannon's painful days the whole time. She had seen those constantly tired shoulders heave in a sigh over and over. That was why she had invited Shannon here, to this golden paradise. She had tried to give Shannon a perfect welcome to truly make her happy. So why had Shannon selected her original world over this one? Beatrice was overcome with shock and completely unable to understand.
この理想郷にてわらわはそなたに対し最高のもてなしをした。そしてそれはこれからもそれ以上の楽しい日々が続く。なのにそれでも人間の世界を選ぶそなたには人間の世界にて魔女の閲楽以上の楽しさがあるというのか。
Can you imagine? She's like, yes, like getting paid and paying my rent.
魔法に負けないくらい楽しいことがあります。
バカな。あるわけがない。
いいえ、あります。
Shannon's expression was soft. However, her words were firm. There was something wonderfully fascinating in the human world. And that something was apparently not in this paradise, where everything was supposedly just as they wanted it. No challenges, everything is perfect, no hardship, and therefore no meaning in everything. Anything at all.
わからぬ。わからぬ。
As Beatrice muttered, she shifted restlessly several times. However, no matter how often she said it, Shannon's smile didn't falter, and Beatrice couldn't think of an answer. Oh, my mouth isn't opening at all anymore. What's going on?
私はこれで失礼します。
Point 1. Oh my god, what does it take? What does it take for V-Printer to allow me to open my mouth? Please, let me talk! I'm not asking for much! It was working just fine before, but now it's kinda annoying me that now my mouth isn't open at all. Like, come on, I'm not asking for much. It only opens if I have like my mouth open like Isn't technology great? Sarcasm. Yeah, it definitely is great. Oh my god. 0.01. Yeah, thank you, Argo. That's exactly how I feel like. It was working just fine before, so why is it like this? It's no matter what I do. No matter what I do, V-Printer is intent to be like, shut up, shut. Okay. It's like V-Printer is being like, shut. Please, I'm begging. Is there a way to have like a curve? This software is so weird sometimes. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Please, I'm begging. Just wanna talk. Just wanna talk. Please. Vibrager, don't be like this. Okay, so if I have the thing over here, then it's not so bad. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. How about now? Oh my god! Hold on, I'm going to load older settings because this is ridiculous. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. 1, 2, 3. Ah, my god! I'm about to throw hands with Vibrager. This is... Why is it like this? Mouth lower down. Of course. The setting is like huge. Let's put it on 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 0.2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello. Okay, I think I figured it out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think I just had to change the mouth lower down code into less. Because for some reason, it was like, unless I unhinged my jaw, Vibrager was like, you're not opening your mouth. But I guess it kind of works now. My mouth might be open all the time. But at least it's better than being like, ah! The camera. In that case, it's time for me to leave. Yeah, thanks.
わらわは全てを無限に手に入れられる偉大なる黄金の魔女。そのわらわにそなたは手に入れられぬものがあると。はい。知りたい。
It's giving me the slightly pouty lip quiver. Oh my god. The challenge. Okay, what if I put it to 0.6? Oh, then I don't open the mouth at all. Yeah, okay, thanks. Okay, I guess we'll go with these settings.
全てを手に入れたと信じるわらわが未だ手に入れておらぬものとは何なのか教えよ。
多分あなたはもうそれをご存知と思います。だから私をここへ招いてくれたのではないですか。
魔女を煙に巻くというのか。
ではこれでここに住むことはできませんが、お茶会にお誘いくださった時には必ずお伺いしようと思います。
もう呼ばぬわ。安心するがよい。
Delete. Holy shit, you just deleted her. She's like, alright, fine. You know the gif of the guy, of the guy going like the peace sign, and he's like, alright, bye. Sharon popped out of existence. I guess what Beato wants is a second person, because we know the line that we got in earlier episode 4, I believe, where she was with Maria, and the line, it takes two to create a universe dropped. So I suppose that's what Beato is seeking right now, because she needs a second person to make to create the universe, right? Beatrice snapped her fingers and Shannon popped out of existence. Shannon's soul had returned to the dream of her original self. While humans have many dreams in a night, they can remember none of them. The tea party in this paradise mixed in many other dreams and vanished. The next morning, Shannon would not remember this pea party, sorry. Oh my god, the 8 peas. Like a lot of Erbsen. However, Shannon's cup remained there. The witch who had lost her guest and was standing alone looked all the more lonely. The witch dug her fingernails into the tablecloth. That grimace as she bit her lower lip made it clear that she still hadn't solved the puzzle Shannon had left behind. A black hole opened above Shannon's empty seat, and the owner of that voice fell out of it.
気にもする。ああもガツンと言われてはな。夜明けも近いから早く睡眠に戻りたいだけだったんじゃない？わらわが知らず、そしてシャノンが知る閲楽とは何か。わらわの理想郷になくて人間の世界にのみある何かとは何か。わからぬ。知りたい。難しいこと考えたって頭痛の種に水をやるだけだわ。
She's like, don't think. Head empty. Head empty equals no hurt.
シャノンの代わりなら私が務めてあげる。私たちで楽しくお茶会を過ごしましょうよ。もう茶会の気分ではない。
I really love this pout.
そなたとの茶会はもう飽きた。
Damn.
あらあら、釣れないわ。
The witch shrugged and laughed and took a bite out of a scone. She then blew into it and it swelled up like a balloon before finally popping. Golden ribbons and butterflies flew out, but Beatrice didn't appear to notice.
一体何をわらわは持たぬというのか。何を。
Good question, isn't it, Beato? Oh, where are we? Where could we possibly be? Ah, Captain Kawabata! Hiyo! Okay, we're in the past.
本当に大事になさってね。
わしの友人にな、肩こりによく効くっちゅうのを分け合ってるのがおるんや。次の時試供品もらってくるで。
いえいえ、お気遣いをありがとうございます。
Man, I have nothing but appreciation for Hideyoshi. He's such a good sport.
ほらガキども。
Ah, yes.
いつまではしゃぎ回ってやがる。
Saejima Taiga from Yakuza. I mean, sorry. Shinigami from Soul Eater.
とっとと降りろい。
Takamura from Hajime no Ippo.
ほらマリア。
I love the fact that I get to hear so many different roles for Rika Koyama, and and when I was told that Rudolph is Rika Koyama by a friend, I was like, no, no way, it's the same.
ママと一緒にお船を降りましょうね。
Maria, who Rosa led by the hand, was still too young for kindergarten. However, she seemed to notice that her cousins, who she rarely ever saw, were playing all around her, and she was very excited. Battler and George had the energy of middle school or nearly middle school kids. Those two, along with Jessica, who had met them on Nijima, were clambering about on the boat.
アスム、大丈夫か？
Okay, we are pretty far back in the past, so this is before Anji is born then, I suppose.
本当に乗り物がダメだな。
Yeah, well, phrasing! My guy phrasing! Wow, okay. Rudolph lent an arm to his wife, Asumu.
ようこそ六軒島へ。
Are we going to see a sprite of her? Because I'm very curious how she looks
長
like.
旅を大変お疲れ様でございました。
The whole family had gathered for the conference. At this point in time, Rudolph's wife was still Asumu, and Anji hadn't been born. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Goda and Kanon hadn't yet been employed by the Ushinomiya family. and the witch's epitaph, which would toy with the family's fate, hadn't appeared yet. They probably couldn't even imagine the bizarre crime that they would encounter several years later. So long Kumasawa is there, we know the family is fine.
では
I'm like, if Kumasawa is there, I'm like, it's like a code, you know? You have like, if Kumasawa true equals good. If Kumasawa not present, wait, sorry, how is it encoding like the else if? Like, if Kumasawa present equals good mood, else bad.
私は親父殿に声をかけてくるとしよう。
お願いします。私は皆様方をお迎えします。あ、シャノン、この窓枠を掃除したのは誰ですか？
Oh no.
まだ埃があるではありませんか。大急ぎで拭きなさい。
かしこまりました、奥様。
Oh, come on! Natsu is making her work so hard again. Just what good does she find in such a limited ulcer-inducing life? I want to know. Shannon, what is it that you found? And what did you mean when you said I already knew what I was missing? Shannon, is this something I must learn by learning about you?
親族会議の日の六軒島は普段と何が違うのだろう。
それは絶対にこれだけの子供が集まることはないものね。
大人たちにとっては緊張感を強いられる日だったろうけれど、僕たち子供にとっては仲良しのいとこたちと一度に会える素敵な日だったね。
夏はいとこたちで海ではしゃいだし、冬は冬でいろいろゲームをして遊んだっけ。俺たちにとっては親族会議ってのは楽しいもんだったぜ。
それは私もだぜ。母さんなんかは粗相があってはダメとかうるさかったけど、私にとってもいとこみんなで遊べる楽しい日だった。何しろ普段の六軒島には何もねえんだから。
すげえお屋敷に住んでたり、ガキの頃は羨ましいと思ってたけど、ジェシカの身になって考えるとさぞや窮屈だったと思うぜ。
だろうね。六軒島には本当に何もない。友達の家もお隣もご近所もない。ジェシカちゃんの気持ちを考えると少し気の毒に思うよ。
だから私にとっては親族会議の日は本当に特別な日。はしゃいでふざけて、まるでお祭りの日みたいな気持ちだった。徹底的に悪ふざけの限りを尽くしたぜ。
Oh my god, what kind of tricks was Battler playing at the time?
難しい話ばかりで、あっちで遊んでなさいってことになったなら。
As usual.
年の近いいとこたちが3人。はしゃぎ回らないわけがない。
いや、3人じゃない。4人だったよ。
The four of us? So, Maria too?
エンジェは生まれてないし、マリアはまだ一緒に遊べるような年じゃないわ。
Oh, she was just a little baby!
違うよ、フルフル。年が近いのはいとこだけじゃないよ。
シャノンちゃんだよ。彼女も俺らと同じくらいの年だったからな。
母さんが使用人のことは話すなとうるさかったけれど、私とシャノンは少しずつ交流を深めていったよ。六軒島で最も年が近い唯一の女の子だったんだから。
Okay, so this is another aspect from Yasu that Shannon basically kind of took over.
僕たちとシャノンの4人は
Or more
仲
like
良しだったんだ。
that Beato tossed at Shannon now.
親族会議の時はいつも楽しく遊んでいたよ。
So basically, it's just like how I thought last time when we read the scene where Yasu declared to become a witch and left Shannon alone. Was basically that Shannon kind of became Yasu in the sense that she became a clumsy maid who wants to become a good maid for the family. So this would probably also include the fact that she that Yasu was close to Jessica, and Shannon basically now is the one who harbors that friendship with Jessica and actually manages to get close to Jessica in contrast.
はい、奥様に知られればお叱りを受けることと分かってはおりましたが。
叱らせなんかしねえぜ。シャノンはずっと私の気持ちを唯一理解してくれる親友だったぜ。
ありがとうございます、お嬢様。
God, their interactions are so cute. I simply could not hide my shock. How had she formed a relationship with the children of the family despite being only a servant? Natsu had probably been very careful to prevent such a relationship. However, it's no surprise that Jessica, all alone on this island, would want to be friends with a kid her age. And Shannon was also alone on this island without any friends her age. While they both understood their relationship as master and servant, they somehow managed to strike up a friendship. Then at the family conference, Jessica had introduced Shannon to George and Butler. All of the adults had their hands full with their complicated discussions in the mansion. During that time, Shannon was able to set aside her role as a servant for a little bit, acting her age with Jessica, George, and Butler. I didn't even know that Shannon had constructed this new world so quickly. As a butterfly hiding in the shadows, I observed this new world of Shannon's.
あの日も僕らはバラ庭園を、そして浜辺を駆け回ったよ。
ただ駆け回ってふざけ合うだけが最高に楽しかったな。
だな、この時ばかりはシャノンちゃんも年相応の笑顔を見せてくれたぜ。
ちょっとはしゃぎすぎてたかもです。お恥ずかしい。
今でこそバトラも立派な身長だけど、当時は私やシャノンの方が背が高いし力も強かったっけ。
当時の俺は成長がちょいと遅かったからな。
成長が遅い方の方が背は伸びると聞いたことがあります。
そうだろうな。シャノンちゃんの胸もあの頃は全然こんなじゃなかったもんな。
Bro! Butler, no! Not like this. Stop! I love how George's sprite literally spawned simultaneously in front of Butler. Like, no, Butler, stop.
シャノンだってあの頃からもう女性の魅力を持ち始めてたよ。ねえ。
どうでしょう。
女性の魅力ってなんだよ。いやらしい。
いやあの頃はまだ俺も可愛かったな。夏服の肩からちらりと見える紐に青い春の稲妻を感じたもんだぜ。
What, bro? Stop being a weird.
ジョージの兄貴と一緒にシャノンちゃんの胸はいくつくらいか夜にこそこそと話し合ったのが懐かしいぜ。
Oh my god. Okay, it's just the young boys being young boys.
そうなんですか、ジョージ様。
How old were you, George?
おそらくは大いに誤解のある話だと思うよ。
George? I hope you weren't 18 at the time.
僕は男女の成長の違いについて人生の先輩として講義をした記憶はあっても
Okay.
いとこ同士での夜のワイダンはむしろ健全な発育の証であって、その
Oh my god, George, it's okay.
いやー、みんなでいとこ部屋で深夜になるまでそういう話をしてたっけな。隣のクラスの誰々がキスをしたらしいとか。
Bruv, look at this face.
サマーキャンプで素敵だなと思ってたこと手をつなげちゃったとか、誰々は自分に気がありそうでとかなんとか。いやー、なんか恥ずかしくて全身が痒くなってきたぜ。
いいじゃないか。
just middle school kids being middle school kids is what I take.
それもまた 春の甘酸っぱい1ページ。
I wonder if by the time George was still in middle school, like a senior middle school year or like a freshman high school.
男女を意識し合うところから一番最初のピュアな恋が生まれるの。
ただ男女で一緒にいたいだけというとてもシンプルでピュアでそれでいて高潔な最初の。
素敵だわ。年頃の少年少女たちが愛の世界を思い浮かべながら語り合う。
I thought my cat meowed for a second.
そんなこともありましたでしょうか。
何をとぼけてるんだか。耳まで真っ赤になりながらもシャノンちゃんが一番興味津々って感じだったじゃねえかよ。
興味津々なんてことはありませんでした。私はその皆さんよくいろいろなことをご存知だなと。その
シャノンが一番かまととぶっててそのくせ興味津々だった。
Oh my god, Shannon.
一番むっつりスケベだった。
Respectable.
そんなことありません。そんなことありません。お嬢様嫌いです。
Oh my god, she's so cute. Please protect.
そういつもこんな感じ。昼は子供らしくはしゃぎ合い、夜は枕を寄せて秘密の話に花を咲かせた。それら全部をひっくるめてどれも懐かしいね。
エッチな話をひそひそして親の足音が近づいてきたらガバッと布団に潜って寝たふりしたりとかあったな。
Oh my god.
あった修学旅行かっつーの。
I love it.
全員同時にガバッと隠れる感じ、暗黙のルールみたいな感じというか妙な連帯感というかあの感じがすごい好きでした。
Oh my god. These cute interactions are going to make me melt.
そういう話だけじゃなかったよ。
They're so cute, all of them.
他にもいろいろあった。僕たちはまさに青春を謳歌し合っていたよ。
これは何だというのか。
Shannon, is this that fun thing of the human world? Is this incomprehensible messing around the thing that you found?
子供同士が群れてバカバカしい遊びに熱中しくだらぬ話題で盛り上がる。これがそなたの見つけた魔女の閲楽にも勝る人間の閲楽だというのか。
It's as they say, having friends is one of the joys in life, isn't it?
はい、あなたにはこれが楽しくは見えませんか。
退屈とは言わぬ。だがこの低俗なはしゃぎ合いが全ての望みを叶えられるわらわの理想郷よりも勝るとは消せぬ。
人と触れ合うことはとても楽しいことなんです。もちろんあなたの世界も楽しいものだと思います。それでも私はこちらを選びます。
わからぬ。わからぬ。
Beatrice held her head as though she was having a headache. But no matter how she grimaced, she couldn't think of an answer.
教えよ。そなたはこのような低俗なはしゃぎ合いの中に
知りたいですか。
知りたい。
恋です。
Love! Are we going into the backstory? Let's go! Is it time? Is it finally time?
これ
Oh! We've seen this CG before, haven't we?
前に約束した推理小説。
ありがとうございます。お借りしますね。
いいよ、シャノンちゃんにやるよ。俺はもう読み終わっちまったし。
そんな、もらってしまっては悪いです。
Oh,
高いものでしょうし。
it's time for that part of the backstory. Are we finally going to understand what the question marks were in Battler's in his test in episode 4? Is it finally the moment? I called that it was Shannon.
気にするなって。それより早く全部読んで、またいろいろと議論をしようぜ。
I mean, he spelled it out in episode 3, so it's like
シャノンちゃんといろいろ議論するのは楽しいからさ。
it was obvious. Man!
はい、私も楽しいです。
Oh, I got the wrong expression on. Whoopsies. Didn't mean to.
ミステリーは一人で読むよりも二人で読む方が楽しいですよね。
議論したり妄想したりするのが楽しいよな。ミステリーは読んで半分を楽しみ、読んだ人間同士で語り合って初めて全てを楽しめるってのが俺の持論だぜ。
Our relationship began when we realized that we both read mystery novels. We were both surprised and very interested to find that the other not only read tons of mystery novels, but read them very thoroughly. Ever since then, it's been like this. Separate from the games we played with all the cousins, the two of us met together for some time alone. At first, it was like a sort of contest to see who knew more than the other. However, eventually this turned into a respect for how much the other had read and how deeply they were able to think about it. Ah, it's like it's like the same thing with Yasu and Kumasawa, right? And like Yasu's playing with formerly known as Beatrice, aka Gap. Respect, trust, those emotions made our friendship even stronger. Of course, all of that had still fallen within the category of friendship, but we were still slightly aware of the fact that the other was of the opposite sex, making for a relationship that was charming or youthful, or maybe you could call it exciting. However, we were still at the age where calling us young men and women would probably be a bit too gracious. Of course, we didn't know a thing about love, and we couldn't understand that exciting feeling in our chest, both bitter and sweet, and that we only felt when we were alone together. However, we realized that there was some unknown emotion hidden behind that feeling, and as our hearts raced, we had our hands up on the door. That was the exciting age we were at. So, at some point, our discussions about mystery novels became just an excuse for us meeting alone.
ホワイダニットを大切にした推理小説ってあまりねえんだよな。
ホワイダニット？犯人の動機ですか？
ああ。
The heart.
推理小説で探るべき3つの論点は、フーダニット、ハウダニット、そしてホワイダニット。この前者2つを扱う小説は結構多いと思うが、最後のホワイダニットを扱う小説って案外ないんだよな。
Oh, isn't it interesting how the why done it wasn't necessarily an aspect that Battler addressed at all within the first 4 episodes, I think? At least I don't remember. He was always trying to explain the who done it and the how, but I don't remember if he cared about explaining the why Beata was doing what she was doing from episode 1 to 4, and only figured out the why done it at episode 5. So basically, he's been ignoring the heart up until episode 5, which is kind of interesting when seeing this dialogue right now, when he's like saying how important it is to know the why done it and to figure that out. I wonder what changed.
犯人特定後に動機を自白する作品は結構あると思いますけど。
それを犯人が自白する前に推理できるようになってなければダメなんだ。動機がないと思われていた人物が 推理不能な動機により事件に及ぶってのは、俺は個人的にはアンフェアだと思ってる。
Who done it? Who's the culprit? How done it? How did he commit the crime? Why done it? Why did he commit the crime?
誰が犯人かとか、どんなトリックでとか、それを問う作品はすげえ多いぜ。いや、ほとんどだろうな。しかし、動機を推理する作品ってのは決して多くないと思う。
そうですね。Who, How, Why の3つの中で一番ないがしろにされている要素かもしれませんね。
ホワイトニットを大切にしない推理小説ってのは、なんだか一味足りないように思う。いや、つまらないって言ってんじゃない。なんていうのか。一番大切なものが足りないような気がするんだ。
Oh, see, yeah, this is what I mean. He hasn't been considering the most important part in episode 1 to 4. At least, not enough. Meanwhile, Willard is putting so much focus on the why done it thus far. Like, yes, he has been figured out the who done it and the how done it but he constantly reminds others, everyone that he's been talking to not ignore the heart, like the why.
一番大切なものが足りない。
The heart.
心が足りない。
Yes.
心。
人の心ってのはすごく重要だと思うんだ。人間が殺人を決意し、計画し、準備し、実行に踏み切るにはものすごい大きな心の力が必要なはずなんだ。人は心で動いてるんだぜ。
In other words, only the heart can kill a person. When an emotional appeal grows strong enough to make a person want to kill, the result is a tragedy called murder. If we turn it around, does that mean that the true way to close in on the crime is by searching for the heart that brings about the tragedy of murder? Only the heart can kill a person. So if a person has been killed, you must search for that heart. That's what he's saying. And he's right.
だからさ、犯人がただの殺人狂で、なんだか少し好きになれない。
殺すに値する十分な心の動きを描いた作品がお好きだと？
Honestly, he's not wrong. Most interesting cases are usually the ones where the culprit is someone who had a strong motive, like strong sentiments. Like in Ace Attorney, most of my favorite culprits, in exception of Gant, I guess, although no, he counts as well. Most of the culprits that I found most interesting in Ace Attorney, and the most interesting and moving ones, in terms of just the culprit themselves, and not in the writing of their case in general, are the culprits who have very tragic motives behind them, or very strong emotions, be it as whatever it is. Like, I don't know who played Ace Attorney here, so very minor spoilers for the culprit of case 2.2. So I think it was Right to the Turnabout or something. It was the one where it's the second case of the second game, where Phoenix goes to Kurain Village and Maya gets framed for murder again. But the culprit in that case, although I don't find the case itself like super incredible, although I think it's pretty good, don't get me wrong, it's one of the better cases, I thought like the culprit in the case was a very tragic one. And honestly, if I think about it, I think Ace Attorney 2 tried to have more tragic emotional culprits more than in in Ace Attorney 1. Like, Ace Attorney 1 is still my all-time favorite Ace Attorney, uncontested. But like, that's an aspect that I just realized, and I think that's another reason why I like, for example, in Spirit of Justice, the third case, and it makes me cry to this day. But yeah, I don't mean to derail to Ace Attorney that much. I'm just saying Battler's right.
そうさ。そしてそれを推理させてくれる作品が俺は本当は一番好きなんだ。
Yeah. As he spoke, he looked back at me and smiled. Before today, I used to like novels that focused on exposing tricks. However, I decided to look for novels like the ones he recommended in the future.
心ってやつを俺はないがしろにしたくない。
Then why do you regret it? Why do you neglect it before?
心で動いてるんだからな。
Oh man.
そうですね。
Oh, Battler.
おっしゃる通りだと思います。
He's a good lad. This isn't limited to the mystery genre. All humans are moved by their hearts all the time. Such as you have. Being able to notice the heart is what allows for interactions between people. No, interaction between hearts. None of us humans can live on our own. And yet we have no way of peeking into the hearts of others. That's why every meeting between people is a mystery of the heart. Finding those reasoning about them and understanding each other is the key to interactions between people and hearts. The two of us are here, all alone, talking together about mysteries. And through that, we are searching out each other's hearts, speaking of the heart's mysteries. I want you to feel about me. I want you to feel about me the way I feel about you. We're both searching, trying to figure out the depths of the other's heart. In this mystery of love. Talking all night about mystery novels, how cute.
そろそろ戻った方がいい時間ですね。
シャノンちゃんと話してるとあっという間に時間が過ぎちまうな。
He seems to be speaking the words of my heart. We were thinking the same thing, so the same words came out.
今でも二人きりでお話をできたらいいのに、時計の針が恨めしいです。
俺もだぜ。六軒島で一番楽しいのはこうしてシャノンちゃんと話すことだからな。
When I saw that his smiling eyes were looking right at me, I turned away. I couldn't let him see my suddenly red face.
私も外の世界へ出られたならもっともっとたくさんの本を読めるのに。
Ah, so here's the desire to leave. Here it is. The bookshop on Nijima that I go to and the bookshop he goes to in the city are on completely different scales. The book exchange between the two of us had become completely one-sided, with him giving me all the books.
シャノンちゃんはいつまで使用人を続ける気なんだ。
お。
わかりません。
もしいつか辞める時が来たら。
来たら？
俺のところへ来いよ。
Yes, let's go. Look at him. He's blushing. Woo! They're so cute. I love both Battler and Shannon's dynamic here. Oh my god. What went wrong? He said it almost carelessly. Maybe he was a bit embarrassed since he laughed weakly and blushed a little.
今度はもう時間も何も気にせずに済むもんな。
そうですね。ずっと一緒にいられますね。
The little secret dates on this island only happened a few times a year. Oh my god, the music, help. And even when they did happen, it was only for a short, uncertain period of time. It wouldn't work over the phone or with letters. We can only talk about our mystery when we're standing together like this.
必ずその日は来るさ。
来るでしょうか。
ああ、絶対にな。
Certain? Why is he certain?
その日が来たら、俺が白馬にまたがって迎えに来てやるぜ。
There it is! It's the promise! Yeah! Yeah! After saying this, he turned away. He was probably too proud to show me his blushing cheeks. And even without seeing, I knew what his face looked like. To come riding on a white horse. Isn't that... Isn't that like a prince riding a white horse? So what exactly does that mean? Does it mean you're going to be my prince? Yes. My mind was going blank, so I just couldn't reason out his mystery of love, even though it was all plain and simple.
その日はいつ来るんでしょう。
シャノンちゃんさえ決心したならすぐに。
Anytime you're ready! What went wrong? My heart skipped a beat. It was so sweet, yet it hurt.
俺はいつだっていいんだぜ。シャノンちゃんの人生さ。よく考えてから決心するといい。俺はその決心がいつであってもそれを尊重するぜ。
Yes.
はい。
Yes.
その日までずっと待ってるぜ。
This is giving me actual pain in my heart. I felt like a sting in my heart right now. If only I had been a bit more foolish and courageous, I could have said then and there that I was already prepared and asked him to take me away from this island right away. But I couldn't say it. I had to think carefully about my future for both of our sakes. My head was filled with pointless, senseless thoughts. Don't say no, please. With his back still to me, he scratched his head and laughed. I knew he was doing this out of embarrassment, so I could clearly tell what his expression must have been. In the same way, he must have realized what my face looked like. We're both puzzle solvers of love. We theorize about each other's love, solving each other's mysteries.
時間をくれてありがとうございます。
時間は無限にあるぜ。
いいえ、それでは申し訳ないです。待ちくたびれちゃったら。だから決心しました。決心しますというのが正しい。今すぐ使用人を辞めるという意味じゃありません。そう。1年。
1 year.
1年後に。
1 year from now. Uh-oh. If a year after now you still feel like coming for me on a white horse, and me too, if I still like you a year from now, I'd like to dedicate the rest of my life to you.
1年後にこの同じ場所で決心しようと思います。
Oh no! Is this going to be when Battler stops coming?
1年か。
Please no!
いい時間だな。春夏秋冬、それだけの時間を過ごして自分の心と正直に向き合うといいぜ。
ですから来年きっと迎えに来てくださいね。
おう。
He responded to my cowardly determination with a quick and strong answer.
その日が来るのを待っているぜ。
はい、私も待っていますからね。絶対来てくださいね。
Oh, my heart.
絶対ですよ。来年来てくださいね。
He's not going to come and I'm just...
絶対来るぜ。ここで会おうな。
That's for certain. And thus the glass breaks. Uh-oh. I see. So, this emotion that feels like sweet suffocation is love? So when does Beato fall for Battler? That's my question. It is an emotion I do not know. One I do not have. Though my magic can grant any wish. Though my paradise can grant any wish. That thing I cannot have. That incomprehensible emotion. that burns like fire, and yet, madly, one wants to hold it close. All I know is that no matter how great a witch I might become, I cannot create this emotion. It must be given by another person. And I'm back. Welcome, Kumamaru. I am in pain and sad. For the first time, I realized that I wasn't all powerful. And I knew what Shannon had discovered in the world of humans.
ダメだな。覚えちまったら忘れられぬではないかよ。
Oh? Shannon, you win. Love, is it? It made me the most important element and the one that I lack. Shannon, I'll watch and see how your love develops. So please, teach me more and more about this new emotion. Oh, is this how she fell in love with Battler as well? So both Shannon and Beato fell for Battler at the same time, huh? I mean, technically, I do think that Beato and Shannon and Yasu all are somehow the same person. But there's a little split right now. Because Shannon is still referring to herself as human. And not as furniture, you know? Something's amiss. Oh, there she is! After damn! Damn! Why you gotta be this way, Burn? Claire, Claire Vaubernados. I do wonder if there's like a little... Sorry, if you understand perhaps a little bit of French. I assume this is at least based on the French language. If there's like a hidden meaning in her name. Berncastel had given Claire a fake form. It was a temporary form, for the person acting the part of Beatrice. A fake to fool those who still hadn't discovered Beatrice's true form. Yeah, I think it's so that nobody has to see who Yasu is. And I think it's almost intentional for you to never see how Yasu looks like. Because that's the form that she doesn't want to show others. She very clearly wants to be Beato and starts to refer to herself like that, right? Yeah.
リオン、これが異なる世界のあなたにして我の物語。私が人間としてでなく、魔女として生きる世界の物語。
私も自分の人生にもしも想像することはあります。しかし、あなたの話す物語は私の想像を超えすぎている。
Yeah, Leon... I don't think Leon could imagine something of this caliber. Like, they come basically from the miracle fragment, like the 1 in a billion's chance where Natsuhi accepts their existence.
それでも、もう一人のお前の辿った人生だ。
だからって、容易に受け入れられるものではありません。
Leon suddenly yelled and looked at the floor. Leon already knew. Because of the fragments lent by Berncastel, Leon knew. There was a different world where Leon lived as the Golden Witch Beatrice. And in this world, eventually, on the day of the 1986 October Family Conference, she would be the ringleader of a terrible crime.
いくら異なる世界とはいえ、私が家族や親族を、使用人の人たちみんなを巻き込んで恐ろしい事件の首謀者になる。
それに私はどう向き合えばいいというのです。
Well, you will see why.
黙って聞いて、静かに理解しろ。
別の人生では私が使用人をしていて、かと思えばいつの間にか魔女になっていて、そしてやがては恐ろしい殺人事件を何度も繰り返す。それをどう理解しろと言うんです。
Yeah, I can imagine Rion would find it hard to believe in a world where Natsuhi does care about them as a child of her own. And having grown up with all that love and affection, even from Kinzo, all this time, and imagining there's a world where they were never loved, a world where they almost died, were dropped from a cliff as a baby, and where they now have to work as a servant for the mother who didn't accept them. Yeah, that's probably not a world you'd want to acknowledge exists.
ああ、そうだろうな。誰にも理解はできねえだろうよ。こいつももはや誰にも理解してもらえるとは思ってねえ。だからお前なんだ。だからベルンカステルはお前とこいつ出会うはずのない自分同士をこうして出会わせたんだ。
別に深い意味はないわ。単なる気まぐれよ。
誰にも理解できない動機だから、リオン。せめてお前だけは理解しろ。この物語の主役は俺じゃない。お前だ。俺はお前の理解を助けるための介助役に過ぎねえ。
ミルは犯人の動機を理解したと言いましたね。
ああ。
それは私がみんなを殺すに足る納得できる動機なんですか？
I can imagine, yes.
さあな、それを考えるのは自分だ。俺が納得してもお前が納得するわけじゃねえ。
Yeah.
お前の納得はお前がするんだ。
私には何が何だか本当にわからないんです。ベアトリーチャが起こしたといういくつものゲーム版という名の事件を見ました。そして今もう一人の私が語る異なる人生についても聞いています。でも全然それと事件がつながらない。
Yet
理解ができない。
Oh boy.
私もこの時
We know that Battler in some way is not going to fulfill the promise, isn't he? Because we do know that Shannon eventually has moved on from Battler to George. And it almost feels like she sees George as an escape plan. If it makes sense.
やがてそのような恐ろしい事件を引き起こすことになるなど想像することもできませんでした。いえ、仮に想像し得たとしても私にあのような事件を起こす力はありませんでした。
だろうな。
Yeah, we're pretty early
お
on.
前の不幸は多分非分の謎を解いたことだろうな。
Oh? What do you mean?
おじい様が出題したという隠し黄金の碑文ですか？
Oh, so, okay.
事件ごとに異なる共犯者を得るシステム。導き出される推理は犯人が莫大な金を持っていたという可能性、そして全てを黄金鏡に招き全ての恋を成就させるもう一つのシステム。
動機だけでなくそこまでをお察しでしたか？
それこそが第4のゲームの最後の謎の答えだ。お前の最大の不幸は碑文を解き本当の意味で黄金の魔女として復活し、その魔力を得て
今となってはあれはやはり不幸なことだったのでしょうか？わかりません。しかし1986年にバトラさんが帰ってくるという事実が変わらぬ限り何かの悲劇は起こったでしょう。
Yeah, that's 6 years later.
そうだな。バトラが帰ってくるのが1年早いか遅いかだった。事件は起こらなかったかもしれねえ。
Uh-oh. So yeah. Something happened. No, some small incident probably would have occurred. And it would surely have been a mysterious, impossible incident which no one could have explained. But even so, compared to the Rokenjima serial murders, it would have been a tiny thing.
バトラ君が1年早いか遅いかだったらとは。
I do wonder if if he had returned in 1987, if that would have made a difference.
運命とは本当に皮肉なものですね。私に魔女の人生を歩ませ、気分を解くことで本当の魔女となり、そして6年を経て彼の帰りを知る。それらすべてが運命ならば、これは私にとって必然であり、逃れられなかった事件なのです。
バトラは1980年、母アスムの死と父ルドルフの早すぎる再婚に憤慨して後ろ宮家を飛び出した。そして6年間後ろ宮家を離れた。
Okay, hold on. I want to reread that in 1980. Okay. When did he talk to Shannon again? Was it in 1980 or was it a year before? He convinced his grandparents on his mother's side to help and then went by his mother's maiden name. Then, when those grandparents passed away, he finally made up with Rudolph and returned to the Shiromiya family again in 1986.
その不運がお前に事件の動機を生む。
Huh.
思いました。どうして今さら帰ってくるのかと。
そうだな。いっそ永遠に帰ってこない方がお前には良かったのかもしれない。
もちろん苦しみは続いていたでしょう。しかし大量殺人という許されざる犯罪に手を染めずには済んだかもしれません。
Well, Beato did say in episode 4 that Battler coming back is the reason she did the mass murders, or was it just the fact that Battler himself is the cause of the murders?
バトラ君が後ろ宮家を去り、それがどんな動機になるというんですか？
Well, that means he, for 6 years, first, he didn't fulfill the promise, right? He didn't come back a year later.
逆だな。
What's that? What's stinky? My cat woke up meowing from her sleep. Why? You have a nightmare? It's nightmare? Oh, oh baby. Whenever my cat meows after she wakes up, I always wonder if she was having a nightmare.
逆？
バトラが去ったから事件が起こるんじゃない。
It occurred because he returned.
バトラが帰ってきたから事件が起こるんだ。
Oh Jesus.
こうして考えれば考えるほどに後ろ宮パトラ、なんと憎らしい男か。何より憎らしいのは、彼は自分のせいで事件が起こることに最後まで何の自覚もなかったこと。
Yeah, okay.
最後には思い出した。ただし、お前が諦めて消えたよりずっと後のことだかな。
Oh, my heart. Stop. It hurts.
それが本当なら
It hurts.
私の心も少しは救われるのですが。
私には未だにあなたたちが何の話をしているのか。
So the Beato we're talking to right now is the one who died in episode 5.
ですが、逃げずに聞こうと思います。知ろうと思います。一体あなたに何があって事件を決意するというのですか？
そうだ。 それが一番大事なんだ。後ろ宮バトラが推理小説に対しホワイダニットを尊んだように、
Yeah.
黄金の魔女の物語もゲームも謎もすべてそこに秘められている。
It is. Yeah, we need to know the why.
引き続き語りましょう。1980、私が事件を決意する6年前から。
Mm-hmm.
第6章、試される日。
Days of, okay. $1986 years until the incident. The countdown is starting.
バトラ様が後ろ宮家の席を出られた？
Fuck.
旦那様とルドルフ様がそう話してるのよ。
We start with a wham.
もうびっくり。
お前の人生にもそして家庭にも私は何も文句を言うつもりはない。しかし親父殿はカンカンだよ。感動ならまだしもこの方から愛想を尽かして席を出ていくなど聞いたこともない。
誰に似たんだか。バトラのやつめ妙に頑固で
な。Who?
バトラ君の気持ちがわからないのであれば父親としての資格を疑われるかと思います。
Shit, that's it with that burn. Yo. This woman. Okay, I know she did things wrong. She doesn't treat Shannon very right. But man, does she slay. I love her.
よしたまえ。キリエさんの子供をしっかり育てたいという責任をルドルフなりに示したということだろう。
それが来年だったなら何も言うことはありません。しかしどうして今年なのですか？
Yeah, the same year that Asmut died. Bro,
桃開けないうちから解任の時期を考えるとルドルフさんを見下さざるを得ません。
まあそういじめないでくれ。
No.
これが俺なりのけじめの取り方なんだ。
What way?
バトラ君が亡くなられたアスムさんに代わってあなたに抗議されている気持ち本当によくわかります。もしここにいたなら一緒に肩を抱いて泣いてあげたい気持ちですよ。
Oh, Nazi's words were sharp. They pierced Rudolph mercilessly. Queen, slay, go off. Rudolph had no retort. His relationship with Kiria had been adulterous, plain and simple. According to Rudolph, he had been close to Kiria longer than Asumu. And even after his marriage to Asumu, that relationship had not disappeared. Yeah, maybe because you were cheating on Kiria with us. Sorry. Maybe because Rudolph was cheating on Kiria with Asumu? Have you maybe thought about that?
このクソ親父。じゃあつまりあんたはずっと母さんを裏切ってたわけじゃねえかよ。
More like the other way around.
そりゃ俺だってキリエ様知ってるさ。あんたのビジネスパートナーでいつも事業の相談に乗ってくれる頼れる友人だって聞かさ。それが男女の仲だったなんて今さら言われたって知ったことかよ。母さんが死んだ後なら勝ってさ。俺だってあんたの人生だ。好きにしろと言ってるさ。でもな、キリエさんの解任はいつだよ。まだ母さんは生きてるじゃないか。
いや。
ああ、やっとわかったぜ。なんで俺はあんたにこんなにも吐き気を感じるのかってな。あんた、母さんがここで死んでくれて嬉しかったの。そうなんだろ。もし母さんが生きてたら、不倫のことや子供のことでどう隠すかで苦労が絶えなかったろうからな。都合よく母さんが死んでくれたからキリエさんと結婚して新しい子を俺の弟か妹になってよく言えたもんだぜ。母さんが天国で泣いてる。恥を知れ、恥を知れよ。俺は恥ずかしいぜ。あんたと同じ後宮の姓を名乗ることが恥ずかしくて仕方ねえ。
Holy shit, Battler is going off. And honestly, good for him.
生まれてくる子に罪はねえさ。両親が揃ってなきゃかわいそうだ。せいぜい新しい家族を育んで幸せに育ててやれよ。だがな、俺は許さねえからな。だって母さんはもう憎むこともできる。だから俺が母さんに代わって全身全霊をかけてな。あばよ、クソ親父。
The question is, I still have that question lingering if Battler is actually Kiria's son, because of how similar he and Anje look.
もう十分だろう、夏日。ルドルフは決してバトラ君に愛情を失ったわけではない。長い時間をかけるだろうが、親子の絆を取り戻したいと願っている。
Then maybe he shouldn't have been adulterous.
父親として当然です。赤の他人ならいざ知れず。自分の血を分けた子供ならば、それが当然の責務です。
いいさ、とことん俺を蔑んでくれ。反論はしねえ。それが俺のけじめのつけ方だ。
せめて生まれてくる子だけは幸せにしたまえ。
They say, and then they die.
生まれてくる子もバトラも俺の子だ。
アスムさんが亡くなり、キリエさんと籍を入れられるのはバトラ君には苦々しいだろうが、生まれて私はお前を理解するよ。
バトラ君がアスムさんが亡くなって嬉しかっただろうとあなたをなじった気持ちがよくわかります。
もうよせ、夏日。すでにルドルフはなじるべき人間から十分にそれを受けている。それより紅茶をもらえんかね。
He's trying to pacify the situation. He's like, Natsu, please, please. He's already dead.
厨房の誰かに紅茶を頼んできてくれんかね。
わかりました。
Natsu took this as a signal to leave the room and did so. When she left, Kraus relaxed slightly.
アスムさんは気の毒だったが、生まれてくる子を考えれば、これは偶然のタイミングだったかもしれんね。
まるでアスムがそれを知って自分から舞台を降りたかのようだ。
More like Kirie wished for her to die so bad that she was actually going to kill her. She just happened to die. She was like, nah, peace.
俺がアスムを殺したのか。だとしたら俺はいつから殺してたんだろうな。
Ever since? I wonder why.
アスムさんを大事に思う気持ちがまだあるなら、何年かけてでもバトラ君と復縁したまえ。
ああ、わかってる。
そしてキリエさんと生まれてくる子にも等しい愛情を注ぎなさい。アスムさんの十字架を背負いながらね。
もし地獄にもリザーブってやつがあるんなら、特上の席を俺に一つ取っておいてほしいもんだぜ。
It's already been done. The news that Battler had abandoned the Ushiromiya name swept across the family.
バトラさんもお気の毒にいつかきっと仲直りをしてくれると信じていますけど。
親族の方々の都合だ。使用人の知るところではない。それよりも新しく後宮家に加わられる桐江様のお顔を早く。
それもそうですね。今年の親族会議にはいらっしゃるんですからね。
Ah, wait, no, I didn't mean to skip. I was so immersed. Sorry, if the person who had joined the Ushinomiya family would be coming to the conference, then what about the person who just left the family?
そう考えるのが妥当であろうな。賑やかな男が一人かけ、なんとも寂しいものよ。
Though most people felt a bit lonely to see Batra leave the Ushinomiya family, they didn't think any more about it than that. However, what about Shannon? Wasn't Batra supposed to come for her on a white horse? Uh-oh. I was surprised at first. I thought that since he had left the family, he might not be coming to this island anymore. If we consider Batra-san's feelings, this is only natural, I guess. I understand painfully well why he wanted to leave his family. But does that really mean he won't come to Rokkenjima anymore? What on earth is going on? Will he really never return? Unable to ask him this directly, I was forced to live each day fretfully. Batra-san, I understand how you feel, but to say that you'll never return because you've abandoned your family, that's a lie, right? I was so confused that the world seemed to be spinning around me. I had a tight feeling in my chest and couldn't think about anything. When I happened to touch my cheek, I was surprised to find it hot and wet, while wearing a truly miserable expression on my face. I was crying. No! Baby girl, baby.
Shannon.
From far away, I could hear someone calling to me. But it was a very strange sort of distance. Though it felt very far away, the voice also seemed to be coming from right beside me.
Shannon, そなたの胸中。
大丈夫よ。あくまでも親子喧嘩。そして噂話には尾ひれがつくものよ。きっと大げさに伝わってるだけだわ。
そうとも、もう二度とバトラがこの島に来ないと決まったわけではない。気を強く持つのだ。
Where is this place? I seem to remember it somehow. I think it reminds me of the scenery from a strange dream I once had. Then, this must be another dream. I was there, under an arbor surrounded by a golden rose garden, and two witches in white and red dresses were showering words of encouragement upon me.
噂好きの若い使用人たちが話を好き勝手に膨らませているに違いないぞ。席を抜けたなどと大げさな。きっとただの親子喧嘩に違いないぞ。
Copium.
ありがとう。そうだといいのですが。
そうに決まってるわ。男の子だもの。父親と喧嘩の一つくらいするわ。
そうともそうとも。すぐに頭を冷やして仲直りするに決まっているではないか。
男の喧嘩なんて火付きは良くてもすぐ燃え尽きちゃうものよ。
それに比べ女の喧嘩は炎こそ上がらぬが、いつまでも火種が残るものよ。男の喧嘩など激しくとも一時すがすがしいものよ。
そうですね。バトラさんとルドルフ様、早く仲直りするといいですね。
するとも、バトラはいつも言っていたであろうが、よく父親と喧嘩をすると。今回もそれらのうちの一つと変わらぬ。母親の死と父親の再婚で動揺したに過ぎぬわ。
I don't know about that, if it just merely upset him.
祖父母の家へ行ってしまったそうだけど、どうせ2、3日も頭を冷やせば元の鞘に収まるわ。ほらあれよ、プチ家出ってやつね。
The two witches kept saying that Batlor's fight hadn't been anything huge. If it had been a mere family quarrel, the rumors wouldn't have started in the first place. Taking an optimistic view here isn't likely to prove useful.
いずれにせよだ。これはバトラ親子の問題。放っておけば時間が解決してくれる。そなたが気に病んでも仕方がなきことよ。
今日バトラが来なかったからといってこれからも来ないと決めつけるのは早計だわ。今日はルドルフが一人でやってきただけの話。
そうとも。また次の親族会議では元気な姿を見せてくれるに決まっている。おそらくはそのうちキリエとやらを連れてやってくるであろう。その時にはふてくされながらも一緒に来てくれるに決まっている。
そうですね。うん。きっとそうですよね。
How nice would it be if they were right? In fact, if I could, I'd like to flip through the calendar until autumn right now and check to see whether he does come to the next conference. If he does, then all of my fears are groundless. It would mean the rumor-mongering family members and servants have just blown things out of proportion. If Patler-san was right here, I'd want to question him right away. Hey, it isn't true that you'll never come to Rokkenjima again, right? And then, if he said that of course he would come again, it would be such a relief. I don't know the phone number of Rudolf-sama's house, but I could probably look it up if I tried. He's not there! However, as a servant of the family, I have no excuse for making such a call. And anyway, I have no way of knowing the phone number of Battler's grandparents' house. I can't do anything except wait for Rudolf-sama's family to come visit and hope that my fears are groundless. However, will I be able to make it through the day feeling like this? No way. I doubt I'll sleep a wink tonight. Just waiting around feeling like this when I don't know when my next chance will come. I can't do that. Will it be the next month? Or the month after? In the worst case, I might have to wait until the next family conference, and I have to wait that long while holding back this suffocating feeling. I can't bear it.
ねえ、シャノン、唐突に尋ねるけれど、あなたがした1年後までの決意というのは、この島の使用人を辞めることを決めるだけの決意じゃないでしょう？
え、それは。
I made the decision to start a new life. I didn't want to keep on being a servant by force of habit. I made the decision to step into a new life and to leave my old life as a servant behind.
そして、その決意の日に迎えに来ると、バトラが約束してくれたんじゃなかった？
それは。はい。
わらわは言葉を選ばぬから言おう。それはつまりバトラと共に新しい人生を踏み出そうという決意ではないのか。
So she already made the decision.
バトラさんと新しい人生。
そなたは決意の日にバトラが迎えに来てくれないかもしれないと恐れている。しかし決意の日はバトラが迎えに来てくれることだけを意味するのではないぞ。
あなたがバトラとこれからの人生を共に歩む決意を示す日でもあるのよ。
その決意はそなたが自らするものだ。バトラがただ来てくれるだけで成し得るものではないぞ。
シャノン、あなたにはもうこれからの人生を彼と歩む決意はあるの？それがまだないから次の親族会議の日に決心するなんて言ったんでしょ？
バトラと人生を共に歩むとはどういうことなのか。そなたは真剣に考えたことはあるのか？
それはその。
As long as I'm working as a servant on Rokkenjima, my opportunities for meeting him are limited. We're both underage, so it's too early to talk about, marriage. However, if I quit working as a servant, I should have many more opportunities to meet him. Once I quit work here, I'll return to the Fukuin house. I have my wages from serving the family, so I should have more than enough to travel to Battler-san's house to play. And when I graduate from school, I can rent an apartment near Battler-san's house. Then, well, I can work while going to school. That life would be a lot more difficult than I first thought. However, I'd be able to see Battler-san much more often. If not every day, then every week. I won't be a servant anymore, so there won't be any difference in class. I can call him whenever I want. And I'm already doing both school and work. Thanks to my experience here, I know more than enough to do simple housework.
楽しそうな人生ではないか。ささやかな住まいを借りて自分の城を築けたなら、ぜひバトラーを招待するがよい。
そうして新しい二人の時間、二人の世界が始まっていくのね。素敵じゃない。
ちょっと素敵ですよね。
This was the first time I had ever imagined that future clearly. My love for him and my honest desire to live my life with him. Earlier, I was able to consider both of these deeply. However, now that I'm clearly imagining the future I plan to choose, I finally understand. I must be aware of how much determination will be needed to reach that future.
やがては結婚だって夢見ちゃってるわけでしょ。
ほうほう、結婚前提とは最近の小娘は進んでおるわ。
そこまでは
夢を否定しないで、未来を見据えぬ、目を閉じたままの第一歩に何の意味もないんだから。
惚れた男なら結婚しちゃったりしてと夢見ても何の罪もないぞ。
Oh my god, they're so cute. My face had turned bright red. Earlier, I thought that considering a marriage really was a bit premature, so I tried as best as I could not to think about it. However, when the witches encouraged me to imagine it, that image was both exciting and vivid. I felt an indescribable feeling of refreshment and awakening, like the gentle breeze that washes over you when you go outside during a brief spot of sunshine on a rainy day. That's right, I didn't actually have the determination to go that far. I need to strengthen my determination by the time the next family conference comes around. If I can't do that, then sticking around as a servant on this island is no more than I deserve.
そしてそれは同時に試練でもあるのよ。
確かに、これは試練であるな。
試練？どうしてですか？
愚か者め、バトラは次の親族会議に迎えに来るとそなたに約束したではないか。
白馬にまたがって迎えに来るってね。
はい。
そなたはバトラがもう来ないと思っている。つまりそれはバトラの約束を信じないということではないのか？
だからこれは試練なのよ。
Oh, a trial.
信じて待つというあなたへの試練。
試練。
I hadn't thought of it that way. Since he promised to come for me in a year, then I need to believe that he'll come for me in a year. If I doubt that, I don't have the right to wait for him in the first place. Ah, and then she waits 6 years! Ah!
バトラが後ろ宮そなたとの未来を見据えてのことなのかもしれぬぞ。
あら、どうして？
Oh my god, that is one mighty copium.
二人で暮らし、将来婚姻のちぎりを交わすことまで見通したなら、後ろ宮家の使用人であるシャノンと結ばれるには、後ろ宮の姓が邪魔をすることもあるかもしれぬ。
Okay, never mind, that's not a copium, that's actually smart.
ああ、なるほど。使用人の娘と結ばれるなんてギャンギャンって言われることを見越して、先に後ろ宮の姓を捨てたってわけね。
どうだ、シャノン。
Okay, that's different. That's different. You were almost on not copium territory.
ならば全てに筋は通るというもの。バトラが後ろ宮の名を捨てたのは、そなたを考えてのことよ。ルドルフとの唐突な親子喧嘩は、それをもっともらしくする口実に違いあるまい。
素敵な推理だわ。さすがリーチェ。
あははは。どうだ、シャノン。落ち込むには値しないではないか。それどころか、そなたと結ばれるためにバトラが先に決意を見せたようなものではないか。
A A smile had finally returned to my face. Of course, I hadn't taken the witches seriously and let myself be reassured. It was closer to the opposite. It was almost funny that they could think up such ridiculously convenient explanations for everything. However, they had made all of those ridiculous theories to cheer me up. The witches are right when they say that I must trust Batra-san, and that there's no point moping about just because I've heard a few rumors. Until the next family conference, I intend to strengthen my resolve. And I believe that he'll accept my feelings and come for me. The idea that Batra left the family so that he could be married to me someday was laughable, of course. But right now, I should try and feel confident enough to accept even crazy ideas like that.
ありがとうございます。なんだか少し気分が楽になりました。
ならばよかった。そなたが悲しみで枕を濡らすのを見るのは耐えられんのでな。
私の夢の中にまでやってきて励ましてくれて本当にありがとう。
うん。もうじき朝になる。すべては夢。そなたは目覚めれば何も覚えてはいまい。しかし、そなたの心に静寂は戻る。
はい。私は彼を信じて待つ。だから小さな噂話になんか耳を貸さないんです。
そうだ。次の親族会議まで自分を磨きながら待つのだ。花嫁修行と思えば日々のつまらぬ雑事も彩りを帯びよう。
本当にありがとう。
リーチェ、もう朝になるわ。
そうか。それではさらばだ。シャノン、そなたはわらわを覚えてはいまい。しかしわらわはいつもそなたのそばにいてそなたを見守っているぞ。
Oh, when does your relationship with Shannon get strained?
ありがとう。
When is she going to become furniture?
ありがとう。
And I wonder if the reason she says, like Beato says, hold on, let her finish.
のんびりと待つがよい。必ずバトラは約束を守るのだから。
Okay. Before we jump to 1 year later, I'm going to be wrapping up here. 5 years until the incident. Yeah, we're gonna save here and I'm gonna stop for here because I don't want to go to bed too late. It's a holiday tomorrow. Sorry, it's a holiday tomorrow, so I don't have to worry about waking up very early or going to bed on time. But I still feel like this is a good spot to stop. So, okay. I have saved. Have I? Yes. Okay, so let's go back to the title screen. Yeah, title back. There we go. I think this is a good spot to stop in. And let me go to the chat. Okay. This was a good read for tonight. I really enjoyed it. Man, I felt the part where Batra promised her to come back and seeing the dialogue, I literally felt a sting in my heart, like a brief sting. Legit, like I'm not shitting. I'm not shitting you guys. Literally, I felt like a little stinging feeling in my chest, like, oh, it's pain, hurts. Umineko hurts, man. It hurts so bad. It's just too good. Well, my god, I love Umineko, man. But okay. I have a few somewhat exciting news. First off, I am finishing setting up my online shop. All I have to do is get all the packaging material. And also, I got 2 confirmation emails today for 2 more conventions I got accepted in. So I got accepted in Comic Salon Erlangen in the end of May. and I have been accepted into KaidanCon. I think it's October or November, one of those two. So that's 2 more conventions in the schedule that I have for this year. I have also signed up for Comic-Con Stuttgart at the end of November. I believe it's not at the same time as KaidanCon though. I did make sure it wasn't an overlapping one. So let me check this real quick and see when KaidanCon is again. KaidanCon. So KaidanCon is a horror, J fashion, and ero cosplay, and adult only convention. It's not necessarily not safe for work or anything, from what I understand, but it does like feature mostly horror stuff. It's an adult only convention. Let's put it that way. It's for both the horror and the erotica aspect, and I got accepted into it. And it's in... It's on the... I think it's in the beginning of November or the end of October. It's one of those two. So, let's see. Ticket, event date. Yeah, it's in the very beginning of November. So the 3rd and the 2nd and the 3rd of November this year, which means it's going to be in, I believe the 2nd of November is Dia de los Muertos, right? So, very fitting indeed, especially in Brazil at least. The 2nd November is the Day of the Dead, so I'm going to assume it's the same Dia de los Muertos at least in other Latino countries. So yeah, we have KaidanCon at the beginning of November and Comic Salon Erlangen at the end of May that I'm going to. Comic Salon Erlangen is like the Leipziger Book Fair last weekend. It's 4 days. So you'll be seeing me for four whole days. And let's see, Dokomi is also there, which is at I believe at the end of June. That's so far on the conventions that answered me on my applications thus far. Well, Comic-Con Stuttgart, like I said, is at the end of November. So it might take a while until they respond. But who knows? Alright, that's news 1 out of the way, along with the online shop news. The 3rd is it's also merch related, and I have ordered a new vinyl sticker sheet. So for anyone who wants to buy stickers from me, I'm still going to get rid of old stock. However, I'm testing this new paper right now, and it's vinyl sticker paper, and it's glossy, and it's really shiny, and the colors really pop. So given that it's vinyl, it's also like weatherproof and also safe to use in cars, in like car windows. I do think I would make like peakers for cars specifically, but basically material upgrade. And for another merch update is new charms. The charms that I had originally ordered for the LBM, they are here. They are here. And you will be seeing them in the next conventions. For charms, I think I will put them all in pre-order for now when the online shop goes up, because I do want to order a bigger stock. Although I don't really have a convention in April, so maybe I'll put some in order right away. But I do have a little pop-up shop this weekend on tomorrow and Saturday in Munich, in Fighters Night München. I'm going to be playing on the tourneys as well, but I'm also going to be hosting a little pop-up shop with my merch. Then, yeah. I think those were mostly the news that I wanted to say. Yeah, pretty much. I am also tinkering with some stuff here and there. I'm trying to learn Vroid. So for commissioners, you might be seeing an option of 3D at some point. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the news part. So I don't really have that much to add. No, wait, I do have another thing, another hint for something that's coming up next Tuesday, actually. And that is, for anyone who's been looking at my Twitter, and you've seen the Dragon Ball cartridge that I posted, that I bought. Yes, thank you, Harko. Anyone who's seen the Dragon Ball cartridge that I posted on my VTuber Twitter, I am thinking about starting a bi-weekly stream thing, where I'm going to be playing retro games regularly. So, more details on that next week, when I actually do the thing and actually test it first before I actually plan things out. But yeah, now I'm pretty much done. That was mostly the news that I had to share, and I will be going offline for now. You know what? I'm going to be raiding Lizard Lucius. He was lurking earlier today, and he's a streamer who I met at the Leipzig Book Fair, who was very nice, and he commissioned me, and he has very wholesome energy, and his mascot is adorable. So let's go raid over to him, and I'll be wishing you all a good night, and I'll be catching you next Tuesday. Bye bye, guys. Bye.